let's see. What is this business? What is this business that we are talking about? The business is called network marketing. And what is it? First, before I describe what it is, let me describe what it is not. Neolife is not a get rich quick scheme. That means that you will not start the business today and in 2 months' time you're earning $20,000, $30,000 a month. It takes time to build it. We say that our business has a 2 to 5 year plan. It means that if you apply the system the way it is taught, within a 2 to 5 year period, you're going to reach financial independence. That simply means that if your current source of income dries up, you will be able to live from the business, the income you get from this business. Okay? And unfortunately, most people, what they know is a 40-40 plan. That means they work for 40 hours a week for 40 years and they end up with nothing. The other thing that this business is not a pyramid scheme. I don't know why the connotation of a pyramid took a very negative effect, because if you look at all the governments in the world, it's a pyramid structure. Look at the Kenya government, South African government, the US. It's a pyramid structure. Look at a company like Safaricom. You've got a CEO, then under him you've got directors, under them you've got employees. That is a pyramid structure. And in these cases, the people who are the top of the pyramid are the ones who always win. Our business is completely different. But what is the difference between a pyramid scheme and a network marketing business? 3. Number 1, a pyramid scheme, there is no product or service that is offered to the public. Okay? The second thing is, a pyramid scheme, there is no regulatory body that controls how people function in that scheme. And thirdly, between 6 and 18 months, a pyramid scheme collapses. Why? Because they don't have a product or a service that they can supply the public. Network marketing has 1, products or a service that we provide to the public. Number 2, it is regulated. Number 3, it has longevity. I mean, Neolife has been in the business since 1958, and that's a very long time. That's 62 years. So that is what it is not. But what is this business? What is network marketing? Network marketing is a system of distribution of products and services. Okay? For example, Neolife is a manufacturer. They manufacture a range of products and they want to take these products to the public or to consumers. And in between the manufacturer and the consumer stand a distributor like myself or some of the colleagues who are watching this presentation. In traditional business, if you have a manufacturer and a consumer, between the manufacturer and the consumer, you get what we call middlemen. That is, people who keep adding to the cost of the product, but do not add value to the product, okay? And in traditional business, this amount is almost 50 to 60% of the cost of the product. So what we do in our business is, we take the products from Neolife to different consumers through a distributor. That is what makes this business very, very lucrative. The other thing I want to share with you are the keys to building wealth. Okay? How do you build wealth? You build wealth using distribution of goods and services. That's 1. Why? Because people need them. The second thing is that we need to have a global reach. Because if you start a business and you are only selling the products where you live, only the people who can get access to your shop or to whatever you're doing business can buy your product. But the way our business is structured, you can start a business and build it in 50 different countries around the globe. The third thing about building wealth is leverage. What is leverage? Leverage means you find a way to multiply your time, your effort, and your money so that you can increase your income earning ability. You see, you and I have 24 hours a day. I assume you spend 8 hours sleeping, I spend another 2 to 3 hours either eating or traveling, and then paying attention to the family. The rest of the time, what do? If you only depended on your time and effort, you will never be wealthy. And that is the secret of very wealthy people. They have learned how to leverage. The fourth thing is we need a consumable, unique, and high quality product. You see, when I started the business, I remember one of my colleagues that had invited for the meeting. After the meeting, he told me, Pascal, you know, you're an engineer and you're selling soap. That really affected me. But what I realized later is that actually we are selling hope. In any case, every single person watching this presentation uses soap. And they're going to use soap until the day they die. What does that tell you? That soap is a good business, okay? So cleaning products is one of the ranges of our company. Then you need a business system. What is a business system? A business system are tools, procedures, equipment that you need to build your business so that you don't have to be there yourself as a business owner. Okay, that's why when you start the business, you need to plug into the business building system. Your sponsor is going to teach you how that is done. And then the last thing is timing. You see, a lot of countries, if you look at the global unemployment figures, by the end of July, 195 million people had lost their jobs. What does that tell you? It tells you that very many people are looking for alternative ways to generate income. Okay. The other thing that I found very lucrative about our business is because of the COVID-19, people have come to understand the need for very good nutrition to strengthen their immune system. One of the people who really advocates for this industry is a man called Richard Branson. He's a British gentleman, and he has started so many business. And one of them, he has started a network marketing business. And he says, if someone invites you for a network marketing business, join the business even if you don't understand what it's all about. Be patient and learn the process gradually and relentlessly. If you do that, you will be wealthy beyond your wildest dreams. Okay? So, you see, to start a business in South Africa, for example, to start a McDonald's franchise in South Africa, it will cost you $150,000. And what income will you generate? You'll generate about $6,000 per month net profit, but after 24 months to break even. So the risk is also very high. Two, not everybody has $150,000 to start a business. But the thing I found very astounding is that the number one reason for business failure is people are selling products or services that others don't need. I found that quite astounding because when you're starting the business, I suppose that you've done your own market study to see if people actually want your products. And this is a man who started Neolife in 1958. Jerry Brasfield, when he was a teenager, had very serious asthma, and his mother bought him natural remedies. And because his life improved, he decided, I might as well share this idea with the rest of the globe. That's how Neolife started in 1958. And now it operates in over 50 countries. But what is a foundation that has made our business last this long? 5 things. 1, absolute integrity and honesty. We believe that we need to tell our customers, our distributors, our staff, whole truth and honesty is a very key principle. The second thing is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. The third thing is products that work. Neolife spends considerable amount of time and effort and research to develop the finest products in their category. That is what makes Neolife very, very unique. The fourth thing is equal opportunity for everybody. In our business, we don't care whether you're 81 or 18, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you're a plumber, a doctor, an engineer, a CEO, a housewife, whatever it is, we really don't care because everybody starts from the same level. And the last thing, you need to have a long-range vision. That is, think about this business in terms of, if you build it correctly, that is a business you can hand over to your children and your children's children. There are some distributorships in South Africa that are in the 3rd generation because their parents started the business in 1971. Now the business is in the 3rd generation. So have a long-term view of the business, okay? All right, why do people start this business? People start this business for different reasons. Some people start the business because they want to have a better life for their children. Some people start the business because they want to buy and build their dream house. Some people want beautiful cars. Some people want to have homes at the beach. Some people want a lot of money. And some people like just to be fit. So people have got different reasons why they start this business. And we take making money very, very seriously, because if you have more money, you can do more good. All right. So if that is you, this is where the company does business all over the world. Okay. And there are 4 ranges of products. The first range, they're called the golden home care products. That is cleaning products. We have hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. We have things for cleaning the carpets, the bathroom, the toilet, the cooker, the car. So different things. As long as you have something in your home that you need to clean, we've got the products for you. The next thing is we need, our company manufactures personal care products. What are these? These are hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion. The third thing is nutrients. What is Nutrients Organics? Nutrients are the skincare products, and our products are manufactured in France because France has got the best technology of manufacturing the skincare products. And the last one is the healthcare products. These healthcare products constitute about 60% of our sales. Why is that? Because people have realized that when your health is finished, your mission in life is finished. So people spend considerable amount of money to make sure they've got the best nutrition so that they can remain healthy. All right. How does our business work? 3 things. We call them the daily success habit. The first thing is we use the products ourselves. Why is that important? We simply need to change our buying habits, okay? And we buy the products ourselves for 2 main reasons. One, we want to share products that we have had experience ourselves. Number 2, we are supporting our own business, okay? So it doesn't make sense for you to recommend products to people and you're not using them yourself, all right? So assume this, you started the business. Now, because Neolife is registered in 50 different countries, the company uses a point value system to measure the size of business worldwide, okay? So let's say you do 100 points. 100 points is roughly about $150 in value. The next thing is we share the business. What does that mean? We introduce other people to Neolife to be registered users of the product. Let's say you introduce 6 people, and each of those people do 100 points plus yourself, give you 700 PV. That you become a manager, and your income is about $45 a month. The next thing is, let's say you teach the person on the top right corner of your screen to introduce 2 people each, and who in turn introduce 2 others. You'll build a 700 PV unit. If you do that, plus the 6 who are remaining, you have 1,300 PV. You become a senior manager, your income is about $90 a month. $90, I know will not excite some people, but it shows that it's true. I remember our first check when we started the business was $3. That really excited me because what they said in the meeting was true, because I went home and actually calculated from the volume that we generated, $3 was our income, all right? But you see, you need to teach all these people you brought into the business to do what you do. It's called duplication. If you have 6 people doing 700 PV, that's 4,200, plus 100 PV, that's 4,300. Your income is about between $580 and $700. You become a director. And that is the beginning of a good life, all right? The other thing you need to share are the products. Why? Because some people may not be interested to use the product, to join the business, but they may be interested to buy products for their own use. And because they're not registered, you make a profit of 20% from these people. The third thing we do in our business, or the third daily success habit, is called personal development. Personal development simply means that you take time to build yourself, to learn, to develop a good attitude, to develop a good work ethic, to learn about the products, the company, how to explain the business to new people. And we have a support structure. Your sponsor is a person who invited you to watch this presentation if you're a guest. And you have a support system where we teach you, just one moment. Two things: training, support, and personal development. Because most people who join this business join with little or no experience. So we go through a training system that we learn how to build the products. You see, some people may not be interested in only $700 or 1,000. Some people want more. If you want more money, you need to develop other directors in your group. If you have one director, your income is about $1,000. If you have three directors that you've developed in your group, your income goes to about $2,000. If you have six directors, your income goes to $5,000 or more. So I want to hand over back to Paul, or to invite our guest, Eric from Uganda. Paul, are you in the meeting?
Yes, I'm in the meeting, Pascal. Thank you so much for sharing with us how someone can be able to engage and get plugged in into the opportunity of Neolife. And I believe our guests on this call today, you have been able to get something in the meeting, but for more elaboration, you can be able to speak to the person who invited you. But for now, I just want to bring on call a friend of mine who is joining us all the way from Uganda, and he's a young man who has been this opportunity for quite some time now. And when we talk about legacy and succession in this business, is a true testimony of what this business have been able to do to him. But without much ado, I want to welcome our world team member, Eric Ebuk, to be able to share with us. Eric, if you can hear me, please unmute yourself and speak to us tonight.
Thank you so much, Paul, as well as Pascal, for the wonderful presentation. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Ebuk. I come from Uganda, as Paul has mentioned. I started this opportunity 12 years ago. I was a student in the university, and my brother passed away in a motor vehicle accident. And Neolife, the company, the executives, they approached my mother and I after we were done with the burial and everything. And they said, your brother, your son has started a wonderful opportunity. And we believe as a family, it can help increase and better your lives. Now, as a student, I really wasn't interested. They talked to us about the money. My brother at the time had built a successful business, earning over $1,000 per month. He was studying medicine. He was called David. He passed away in his third year. And even while doing that, he was able to build the business. So they talked about the money, but my mother and I were not convinced. My mother was heading one of the organizations in the country, and she was earning what we thought was very, very good money. So we're comfortable. She was able to pay my tuition. So even when they talked to me, I didn't see why all my needs were being met by my mother. So I wasn't convinced. So they went ahead and said, you know, there are wonderful products that you can use. And my mother had used the weight loss program. It had worked for them. At home, we were using the skin and the cleaning products. So we knew the products worked. So when they looked at me and said, Eric, and the products, I said, like any young man who is in their 20s, I looked and said, I'm not old, I'm not about to die. I really don't need those products. So I said, I'm still not interested. And then they talked about something that touched me. And they said, you know, we also have lifestyles. I said, what do you mean lifestyle? They said, we have travel. I said, okay, what about it? Well, fortunately, the next year there was a trip to a place called Durban in South Africa. Now, I had never been to South Africa. I'd only watched it on TV, read about it, heard about it, and I had heard it was such a developed country in the third world of Africa, the third world continent. And I'd always wanted to go there. I never knew how I would go. So when this opportunity came and they said, you know, there's a trip, there's a convention, why don't you make time and see if you can come? Now that piqued my interest. I said, oh my God, I think this is the opportunity I've been waiting for. I was not interested at all in the business. I just wanted to travel to South Africa. And my main goal at the time was to go and enjoy myself. I had heard about the wonderful beaches of Durban, the beautiful Johannesburg town, and that's all. I went as a tourist. And I want to tell you, I went and achieved my goal. I went and enjoyed myself. I toured South Africa, all the cities that we went to, and I was so impressed. But like I said earlier, we had gone for a convention. Now at the convention, my upline asked me to sit at the front. As usual, I was always at the back making noise. So he said, come sit at the front. So I was bored. So I sat at the front, and even if you're not paying attention, you start to hear and listen. So speaker after speaker started coming on stage, and I started listening to their stories. Now, each and every one of them came and told us their testimonies. They'd done this business for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. And they all had come from very humble beginnings. Some had been police officers, some had been teachers, some had never even gone to school. And I started listening to them and how they were explaining how when they started this business, they had nothing. 20, 30 years later, they were living the life of their dreams. Now that piqued my interest because I was looking at these people and they were showing us the homes that they were living in, the cars that they were driving, the schools that they educated their children in. And I thought to myself, I said, oh my God, this has taken this for 20 to 30 years. So I did the math. I said, at the time I was 21 years old, I said, okay, I'm 21. If I only took, let's say 10, 20 years of my life and devoted it to this business, and I could drive the car of my dreams, I could live in the house that I want to live in, would it be worth it? I said, I think so. I went ahead to look at the people who had been employed. My mother was a teacher by profession. So I was looking at the person who had been a teacher and I was listening to his story. And I was looking at my mom. Later on, she branched off. I was comparing them to everything to my mom. As when you're young, you compare everything to your parent. So I looked, and what got me was I looked at the success that my mom has achieved. We were comfortable, we were happy, we were fortunate to have gone to the best schools. We used to travel as a family. That was not the problem. But they were living the life of their dreams. So I looked and I said, if I go into employment, because my goal, like most people in the university or in school or at home, they tell you go to school when you finish, hopefully get a job. Once you've gotten a job, get married, have children, and then repeat. Help your children do exactly what you've done. So I looked and I said, okay, I know maybe in the next 30 years, I'll be able to achieve what my mother has achieved. But if I took Neolife very seriously, maybe I could achieve what these people here have achieved. So I came back to Uganda, a very humble man. I remember I got home, I sat with my mom, and I told her, she asked me, how was it? I said, oh, the convention was wonderful. So what did you learn? I said, I think this business can work for us as a family. Now she was still employed. She said, okay, no problem. As so long as you continue with education, feel free. Make sure you pass your exams. I give you my blessing. Go ahead, my son. So I started doing the business. And a few months down the road, we sat down again as a family. We decided I should pay for my own education. I later moved to paying for my education until I graduated from the university. I later on moved out of home. I bought my first car while still at the university. It was a Volkswagen Bora at the time, all because of this business. From then on, I have never had to look for a job. I've never been in any kind of formal employment, courtesy of Neolife. And I want to thank God because of the vision that my brother had. If you had told me 12 years ago that this is where I would be today, I would have laughed. Probably I would maybe have numerous loans running just to fund the kind of lifestyle that Neolife has been able to afford me. Now, later on, my mother was able to retire from her job, her workplace, even before her retirement age. And she came and we started to build the business together. Once she came and we combined our efforts, it even doubled, our results doubled. We were able to set up some apartments, one of which I'm currently in, that I'm holding this meeting in, courtesy of this business. My mother later on went ahead to retire from Neolife. She's now farming. Those are some of the things that we have been able to benefit from this business. I also own my own farm as well as she has her own. I'm currently setting up a few commercial buildings. I come from a place in northern Uganda called Oyam. About a lot of the time I spend up country there, that's up north. And I'm also trying to set up a few buildings for my retirement and all because of Neolife. Now I want to encourage anyone and everyone who has been invited here today. When I first heard of this opportunity, I did not think it was for me. When I was growing up, my brother was always the person that everybody looked up to and said, he's going to be the successful one. And I was always the playful one. So even when Neolife invited my mother and I said, no, I cannot put on a jacket like David. I used to prefer jeans. I used to prefer t-shirts. I thought in order to do this business, you had to be a certain kind of person. Neolife has shown me that in each and every one of us have that opportunity to be able to do this business. Now we have traveled. We have gone all over. The last time we traveled, we were in Abu Dhabi. Before that, we went to Mauritius with my mom. Then there was Cape Town. All through the 12 years, we have been able to travel. We have enjoyed 5-star, 6-star, 7-star treatment, courtesy of this opportunity. I want to encourage you to look to the person who has invited you and tell them and listen to them, and they will be able to show you how you can do this business. If it has been able to work for me and my family, as well as all the other distributors who are on this call, I believe it can work for you. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much, Eric, for such an amazing piece of testimony, which was very short and clear, telling us how the business passed on from your brother to you, together with your mom. And for sure, I've been able to see this business, give you great treatment and amazing returns of a decision that was done by your brother. So when we talk about, legacy and a succession business, I can truly tell you, Eric is living that kind of a life. And I can only wish you all the best, Eric, to you and for your future and for the things that you want to achieve. I'm sure it will be possible. So thank you so much, Eric from Uganda, for sharing with us. I want to turn back the meeting to Pascal to be able to close the remaining part of the meeting with us. Pascal, if you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you, Paul. Thank you so much. Eric, your story is very, very heartwarming. Sometimes when I do the business and I hear such stories, I thank God that we actually said yes to the business. So if you're a guest, some of the things that we offer as a company is, this is an online home-based business. What does that mean? That actually you can build this business from your home without leaving it. For example, on the 26th of March, South Africa went into lockdown with different 5 stages. And for a period of 4 months, Betty and I built our business from the house, ordering products. We would order products online. We're registering new distributors. You would register online. As soon as you start the business, the company will create for you a back office where you can monitor and manage your business. Training is done locally and internationally. As you can see, I saw some people from Sweden, from Milan, Italy. I saw some people from Uganda, Tanzania, Kenya, a few people from Botswana. So this is an international business, and all the training is done online by Zoom. Delivery of products, the company contracted courier companies to deliver products to our customers to their doorsteps. Payment for products is done online or mobile transfer. Payment of bonuses to different and commissions to distributors is done by EFT or mobile transfer. And one of the things the company does, when you reach a certain level of leadership in the business, the company invites you for leadership training. For example, Betty and I were privileged to attend the Ruby Orientation School in Santon Sun Hotel in Johannesburg in 2019. This is some of the how the room looks like. And what I really loved is that when you go to the room, you'll find Aloe Vera Plus. If you're a guest, you may not know what Aloe Vera Plus is, or probably you do. But imagine having Aloe Vera Plus every day for a period of 4 days. It's really fantastic lifestyle. And I agree with Eric. This business really changes your life, because I have met people who would never have thought that they would reach that level of success. Okay? Those are some of the people who attended our leadership school in October last year. People from Nigeria, Tanzania, people from Mozambique, Namibia, Ghana. So people from different regions meet together and share ideas on how to build the business bigger. If you're a guest, speak to the person who invited you. They're going to show you what you need to do to start the business. For example, in Kenya, you need 7,240 or 8,830 shillings to start. In Tanzania is 133 Tanzania shillings or 162. In South Africa is between 690 and 2,700. So each country has got its own starter kit. But for the guests who are here, I would like to remind you something. Remember, this is the first day of the rest of your life. What decision are you going to make? You see, if you keep doing what you have always done, you will always get what you've always got. But if you change, if you make a decision to start this business and you put your effort and time into building the business, in the future, you'll be able to do what others are unable to do because they have not reached the level of success in the business that is required. So if you're a guest, please speak to the person who invited you. I would like to really appreciate Paul's hosting our meetings. Really appreciate the work they're doing for the team. And speak to your sponsor. They will guide you on how to start the business. Three things are important to become successful in our business. Number one, you need a burning desire. That means you need to have a desire so powerful that people will not discourage you from pursuing your business. The second thing you need in the business, you need to be teachable. Okay? Being teachable means you need to learn from your sponsor how the business is done. And the third thing is you need to work hard. This business is simple but not easy because you deal with people. So I want to encourage you, speak to the person who invited you, and I would like to wish you the very best. I don't want to wish you luck, because success in life, you don't need luck. You just need to have a vision, have a dream, and build your business with the discipline and faith. So I would like to hand over back to Paul to end our meeting. I'd like to thank you very much, and best wishes to everybody.
Thank you so much, Pascal, and for sharing with us today, as always. And I think you have said it all. So for our guests who are on this call, please speak to the person who invited you. They'll be able to show you how you can be able to start. And in the next couple of months and years, will be the person who will be sharing with us, just like the way Eric has been able to share with us today. So thank you so much, Pascal and Eric, for being our guests today and doing a wonderful job. So from me, thank you so much. God bless each and every one of you. See you soon. Thank you and bye-bye. Good night.
Thanks. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.